Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, Aaron.
Okay, so I try a lot of times. So let me put my slides on the screen so you can check whether it's
Okay.
clear or
Yeah,
not.
sure.
Okay.
Aaron, one more thing. The attendees are joining only. We can start after 15 minutes, okay?
15 minutes. You mean now it's already 10:52.
Yeah.
11:10? 11:05?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So because I'm not sure whether I can become the host. So there should be a host start the background and some other thing. So I can be the speaker to speak continuously in a second. I'm sharing my slides.
Yes, Aaron.
Okay. So when we started, so I'm the first man to speak.
Let me check with Junaid once again.
Junaid will have a meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will join. Because Junaid have another meeting stocked in the customer side. So I will be the speaker. I just want to know who will be the first person to say. Is there a host?
Yeah, Disha will speak then.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So, yeah, I will stay in the page and waiting for the audience.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hey, morning team. I think we are still people are joining, so we can wait for a couple more minutes. Aaron, you can present it also, right? You're able to present it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. So yeah, so let's wait for a couple more minutes, Aaron, so that let the people join. It's 10:59 now, so we can give at least 5 minutes to complete because only 29 attendees right now. So we are waiting more people to join. So we are expecting more than 50 people in this webinar. Actually, those who are accepted the webinar and already registered for the webinar. So we are checking for that. Like we can give like 5 minutes sometime. Yeah, for them.
Okay. So let's start it around 11:10 and 10 minutes later so we can get started. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Definitely, I can take through the portfolio of CyberDisti for 5 minutes. Then you can take over from there.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you,
Thank
Jisha.
you. Thank you. Hey, hi, good morning, good morning, guys. I think we already have 41 attendees, so we can slowly start the session. So parallelly, let others also join. So myself, Jisha Tajuddin, good morning and welcome to this webinar. Thank you so much for joining this webinar in such a short notice. And today, actually, we are planning to take through you with Sangfor. So I'm sure that whoever was joined in this webinar knows about CyberDisti as well. But those who don't know about CyberDisti is a cybersecurity focused distributor who are working very closely with a couple of vendors. Out of that, Sangfor is one of our key vendor whom we all are working with. There are a couple of areas which we are most focused in Sangfor side. So we have our product person or our pre-sales or the sales people who are concentrated and focusedly working for the Sangfor part. So last week we did a very successful event in Sangfor office for a training in terms of the cloud. So we got a chance to discuss more about our HCI, our VDI part in that particular platform. It was like a 2-hour training which we did. Today, actually, Sangfor is introducing 2 different solutions, or it's not new for Sangfor, but it's new for this region. So introducing 2 different solutions called XDR and MDR in this region. So for the Middle East market, it is open and we can go ahead and we can sell the solutions in this market right now. So thought of, okay, we can have a open communication with all our partners to enable, to make all our guys understand how the solution work and what are things we can do out of that. So we can use this platform in this way. And since it's a webinar and we have restricted the speakers, like we kept everyone on mute, but you can raise your hands at any point of time in between during the webinar. One thing, and Q&A is open for everyone. So whatever questions which is coming, I'm closely watching the Q&A. I can stop and I can even Arun also can see the Q&A, so he can immediately stop and answer the questions which you are asking in the Q&A. And if you feel like, okay, no, Q&A typing is a little bit difficult, I would love to talk, then just raise your hand. I can unmute you and you can speak, or you can talk, ask any questions, or you can put your views in middle, so we can make it as a very collaborative session. So to avoid the background noises and to avoid the disturbances, we kept it like everyone on mute, but anytime you can raise your hand, I can make you unmute. Thank you so much, guys. I'm just passing this platform to Aaron to take over. Yeah, Aaron, over to you. You can. Yeah, Aaron, over to you. You can take forward.
Thank you, Jisha. Hello, everyone. My name is Aaron from Sangfor. So can you see my screen? I post my slides now. So I'm page up, page down. Can you see the screen? Please see the slides.
Yes, Aaron, we can see the slides.
Okay, so even I turning the page, you can see it clearly, right?
Yes, it's clear. So
okay.
we are standing in the first page, right? Yeah. So yeah, we can see very clearly.
Okay, that's good. So let's get started about the MDR part. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you for your time to join the Sangfor webinar. So today we will talk about MDR business. So maybe a lot of you guys is from the security background, and you already heard a lot about MDR, EDR, XDR, NDR, and so many this kind of terminology. But today, I think a different vendor will have different business idea to launch their service. So today I just want to use around 30 minutes or long or less to talk about Sangfor MDR, and I will the MDR part will get a lot of revenue for you. It's become a weapon for you. Okay, so today my topic is using Sangfor MDR to provide 24/7 worry-free service. Okay, so I assume someone joined from the pre-sales and sales team. So I will try to use simple words to talk with you about this kind of business model and the technology. Okay, so in the industry already involved years. And now the MDR will become a hot topic because I will tell you why. If we talk about if we see customer and what we should talk about with the customer if we talk about security. So when we talk about security, what does it mean? So maybe some people will say, oh, ransomware is a big topic. Ransomware is everywhere. Yeah. Okay, there's some echo. Okay, let me get started. Let's continue. Okay, so when you see the customer, I think the first topic will be the instant driven. So instant, but if you talk about instant, I think the most important topic will be around ransomware. Today, we can still talk with the customer. Actually, ransomware attacks is become larger and larger. And nowadays, ransomware family not only focus on the large organization, but they will also think to penetrate to the SMB, SME, medium size of the organization. So ransomware now is become a ubiquitous attacks. So you can see from the statistics. So from the 11 to 100, 100 to 1,000, and 1,000 to 10,000. So there will be occupy 70% of the customer. So actually, ransomware will already have broadened their attack scope. That's the first one. The second one is ransomware will cover all the sectors. So I used to think maybe some of the industry, they will not focus, but maybe they will only focus on the government and the commercial part. But now you can see from the education, from the retail, from utility, wholesale, construction, and in Dubai, there's a lot of construction company, and there will also a lot of education company. Education institution, and also there will be some manufacturers and wholesales. So it means the ransomware will cover all the sectors. Okay, so but when we see the customer, and we can also highlight some new features. The first feature is about new malware generated every day, and with 560,000 of the malware. So this quantity is very horrible. So it means there will be a lot of security issues every day. And the second thing is AI weaponized malware. So now you can see the DeepSeek, right? And you can actually every day we talk about AI. We talk about how the data-driven the world to provide new changes. So AI weaponized malware is also used by the attackers. For example, DJ algorithms and to generate the command and control connection to the outside world, and also the AI-enabled concealment. And there will also some malware sandbox and evasion techniques. It means maybe they are using the sandbox to evade, and they buy different EDR and antivirus product, and try to bypass the products from the famous vendor. So there will be a lot of evasion techniques every day. So from until now, I think a security issue will become more complex, especially from the attacker perspective. Okay, but for most of a customer organization, they don't have enough skilled experts to deal with a lot of things. There will be a lot of factors they need to consider. For example, multi-brand management and instant handling and analyze and detection response. So all the things they will deal with the things is more.
Aaron, so sorry to stop you. Are you moving the slides, or are you still in the first slide?
Okay, so
you can see your first slide, and it's
actually I'm moving. Yeah. So let me check.
Can you share it again?
Yeah,
share your
will
screen
share
again.
again.
Yeah.
Let me share the entire screen. See my tournament page?
Yeah. So the thing is like we saw only first slide. It was not moving before.
There is
So
some,
now, yes, it is moving.
I think there's some
Yeah.
problem with voice also. Of some, voice is also breaking.
Okay, so now it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried to give a. Is that okay? I'm turning page. Can you see the turning page smooth?
Can you change the slide to once again to some up or down?
I'm turning the page.
It's still on the
So-
page, third slide. It's not moving.
So if
It's moving now. It's moving now. Maybe there is a slowness maybe in the connection or something. Akmal, you are telling something, right?
Yeah. There was a problem on the voice also. Voice disconnection also is happening. From
My
Aaron.
voice
We are not
is
able
clear,
to.
or Aaron's voice? Whose voice is disturbing?
Aaron's.
Aaron's voice is breaking. Aaron, I think there is some sort of connectivity in your side.
Okay. So how about my voice? My voice is clear, right?
Voice is clear, but sometimes
it's clear.
your voice is breaking and missing. If you're speaking, then we are missing some context. So, anyways, you can continue.
Okay. So
Okay, Oran, I believe you need to take a little more. You need to increase your voice. So I mean sound. So maybe it will.
you mean my sound is small?
You need to increase your voice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, then go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will stay in the I will stay in the not in the playing mode. So I will just put the slides like this way. So I'm turning my page. Is that okay? You can see it clearly.
Yes, page is moving.
Okay. So actually, I just talk about why the customer need MDR, because ransomware is everywhere, and they will cover all the verticals, and they will also cover the outside the company. And the second thing is about the evolving malware threats from the AI weaponization and the sandbox division, and also new malware will happen every day and generated by the other attackers. Okay, and now the page is, I will talk with you the mind side. We need to talk with the customer. Is that actually most of organization, they don't have skilled experts to deal with the security issues every day. And what they need to do? I think that there is on my side from security is that we need to stop the threats before they cause the business damage. It means we can ask the customer how you deal with the security issues every day. Maybe they say, I manage different brands, and there will be different equipment from the network, from the endpoint, from the server farm, and from the email. And actually, they were exhausted when dealing with the security different brands. And when we talk about deeper, they will say, actually, I don't help people to stitch the logs, stitch the alerts, and find the root cause from the so many different products. Okay, that is, I think now the other vendors will launch their MDR service because the market or the IT market in the future will be the service-centric market. And the second thing is that only the service will reduce the customer burden totally, and just blame the vendor, and the vendor give the resources to the customer. So we take all the actions. Okay, and so if you already understand the background, so I will talk about the MDR, why security MDR in secure operation is very important. There will be several live case. For example, if Saturday and some of the department, like financial department, they are suffering the ransomware, and some of the department, they are not power off their laptop, but they are suffering the ransomware. What will happen? The IT department will not the first time to know the ransomware has already happened, and they don't have the enough time to defend and to prevent the east to west attack, because there will be spreading very quickly in the IT environment. So for this part, I think most organizations, they need to continuous monitoring. When something happens, they can first time to know, and there will be some skilled experts to deal with it, and very quickly. So especially for the critical assets, critical systems, and important network, that's the first thing, continuous monitoring. And the second thing is instant response. Because we buy a lot of products, the only goal is when something happens, we can deal with very quickly. So instant response is very important. But because they have different logs, different brands, so when you have limited 1 or 2 people deal with the security issues, there is not enough. So MDR can be the extension of your teams, even replace the security current strength, and you only rely on the third party and set the SLA to the third party. So the vendor will devote all his time and assign a customer manager to cover all and give you the report every week. So instant response, it will rely on the skilled experts, and the vendors will have a lot of resources. And the third thing is about root cause analysis. So for the root cause, I think there's a lot of people invest a lot of money, but when something happens, they don't know how to refine, how to change, and how to change the posture of the security. That is a disaster, because you even don't know why the threats comes in and why it happened. So root cause analysis is very important, based on the detailed instant investigation, so you can know how to change your security landscape, and in case someone happens, will not happen anymore. And the final thing is about because AI and threat intelligence and all the security products will update it every day, and for vendor, we are easily to handle with the latest threat intelligence and using the threat intelligence to hunt or to resolve the security issues. So with the 4 major points, I think nowadays some organization, if you just hire 1 or 2 experts deal with the security issues, it's not enough, because in non-working time and even the analysis and response, all the capability with the MDR team and with the vendor resources will fully strengthen, fully enhance their security. Okay. And there's a common secure operation challenges I already mentioned previously. Most of organizations, they will face insufficient, inexperienced resources. If I make it simple, it's no enough people and no enough experts resources. The second thing is heavy workloads, because now the IT, the components is become bigger and bigger. For example, you are dealing with the AI application, you are dealing with the cloud native Kubernetes, and you are dealing with the server farm, traditional server farm, and you are dealing with the VPN, work from anywhere. So actually, no mention there's a lot of application on top of that. There will a lot of IT work you need to deal with, but security already become a part-time job, and security experts, if you ask what is your security how many security experts, maybe they will say, oh, I only assign 1 or 2 people from IT department. So security already become a part-time job. The third thing is about the threat landscape evolving every day, and the fourth thing is you need to try to keep pace with the new changes and understanding the threats. So other things nowadays, even the largest organization, they cannot deal with it very well. Okay, so that is why the industry need the MDR services. So I will tell you some of the briefing about the MDR service from Sangfor. So MDR service will have different layer. The first layer is because MDR is a data-driven architecture. It means with data we can analyze, and MDR service platform, all the experts will see it, and we will just allocate the resources and do the response based on the MDR platform. So The first layer is the components. Currently, the vendor strategy is we will provide the service based on our own offering. So let's follow this logic to talk about MDR architecture. So Sangfor, we have our own EDR, and EDR will collect the operating system data and feed it to our MDR platform. The second thing is NDR. So NDR will capture the traffic and also tap into the switches and get all the traffic, analyze it, and give the network anomaly information to our MDR platform. And the third thing is about XDR, because if you have the EDR and NDR, it will cover the endpoint and the network. But if you want to find something beyond the endpoint, beyond the network, you need to correlate data. So correlate the endpoint and correlate the network. So you will get a full CyberDisti chain inside the XDR. So all the things will provide the metadata to our MDR. So we will provide the visibility and give a customer portal in our MDR service. This is the components part. And the second part is about our service layer. Service layer, actually in the backend, Sangfor have MDR platform in the backend, and there's a multitask and a multi-tenancy platform. It's not visible to customer. And what's visible to customer? Actually, we will provide a customer portal. It's called Platform X. So customer need to register a Platform X account and log into the Platform X and tap into the MDR service. So it means customer will know what is the process ongoing and how many instances we are dealing with. And based on the Platform X, so customer will know the Sangfor engagement, and there will also be the weekly, daily, and the monthly the report. So you can just report to your boss what has happened. NeuroX is also inside is our infrastructure. So it provided the AI engine so to against the ransomware, and we also have threat intelligence. That is a service layer part. And the third layer is about the security experts. So we have the expert team around the world, and in Malaysia and UAE, so and in Europe. But now I think if you buy our MDR, we will allocate the most sufficient experts from around the world, so to support the threat handling and the instant response. Okay, that is the. Let me reduce something. Okay, that is the MDR architecture. Okay, and we have 5 features. So after I finish the slides, I will dive into the. I will give you a live demonstration, so you will know all the function. Okay, so key features of Cyber Guardian, we can provide 5 features. The first feature is 24/7 proactive threat detection and 24/7 coverage. So you just simply understand one logic. So if something happens non-working time, and Sangfor will work in the Saturday, in the Sunday, even in the night, midnight, so we can provide 24/7 SLA. Okay, and the second thing is about real time, because we have the data and we have the experts on the cloud to monitor everything. So when something happens, we can real time and do the threat investigation and give a response. And maybe you even don't know what happens, and after 1 week you can get a report, and Sangfor will give you what we already done for you. Okay, and the third thing is about network endpoint telemetry for secure visibility. Because Sangfor, we have a wide portfolio covering EDR, NDR, and XDR. So it means if you already buy the EDR, and we can deal with the endpoint, because we have a lot of endpoint telemetry data. But if you want to cover the network, we also have NDR. If you want to evolve the EDR and the NDR, give a depth analysis, we can use the XDR. So it all depends on the customer idea, what kind of service scope they want to cover. Okay, and the fourth part is about our experts are from different sectors and also from different vendors. So from this background, I think for the government and the construction and the education and healthcare, we have a lot of resources dealing with the security instance. The final thing is about vendor have a lot of resources, so no worry about the latest threats. We don't have experience. Actually, we have a lot of people, a lot of experience dealing with the latest threats. Okay, And the service architecture, just as mentioned, and there's a components layer and the EDR and the NDR and XDR. So based on that, we can already cover all the location that you want to maybe you're concerned about. The network is not secure and endpoint is not secure, but Sangfor already covered for all. Okay, and we also have a network, and we can support third party. This part, I think a lot of customer and partner will concern about how many third party we support. And as I mentioned, as a vendor, our strategy will based on our offering as the major things. But we also support some third party brands. So later I will tell you the third party brands. Okay, and the second thing is about the service layer and the people layer. So there will be our service architecture. Okay, and we talk about MDR. We will talk about the service process. So when the service onboarding, what kind of service process we can provide to you? The first thing is detect, because the data we need to collect, because we have people behind the service, but without data, without the product, we can do nothing. So the first thing will be the telemetry data and the product deploy in your on-premise to deploy in your server farm and in your laptop and in your parameter. Okay, so like firewall, EDR, NDR, and this kind of data we need to deploy. And but as I mentioned, you can deploy one of them, EDR, NDR, XDR, whatever, just the one, and we can get the visibility and to cover single factor. For example, you are using the EDR, we can cover the endpoint security. If you are using the NDR, we can cover the network security. If you are using the XDR, we can cover all. So that is the logic to launch the MDR. And the second thing is analysis. So for analysis, it's very important, but I don't want to mention more because all the product logic, we have a lot of AI engine and the data lake, correlate and reduce the noise. There's a lot of technology to handle. And the investigation is also the same way. And what I want to mention is that I think for this part, the most important is how to get notified. Because I playing the slides will the page will not move, so I will stay in this mode to talk with you. Okay, notify. The first thing is notify. So when something really happens, there will be two possibilities. The first thing is maybe the customer don't know. If the customer don't know, Sangfor will know. So Sangfor will resolve it and give you the feedback with the email and with the WhatsApp group, with instant messaging. So there will be a lot of channel to reach out to customer. So the customer will know the first possibility. The second possibility, maybe the customer say, oh, I'm suffering ransomware, so I'm very anxious. So vendor, please come here to help us. So under this condition, actually we will have a lot of channels. So phone communication directly, email, or the instant messaging. I think instant messaging is a very effective way and bilateral communication with the WhatsApp group, because actually there's a lot of experience, and like the customer in Southeast Asia, and they are suffering the ransomware, and some data is already encrypted, and even some DDoS and some misconfiguration. So if they just talk with us, and our experts will examine immediately, and so instant messaging to get the notify quickly, that is our advantage. And the second thing is about response. So response is the last mile for the security instance, because we know everything. We get the visibility. It's not the goal. The goal is when something happens, we can deal with and we can resolve it. That is the goal. So response, actually, they will be divided by two parts. So the first part is that our MDR will based on our own Sangfor offering. So you are using the EDR. Actually, it's very easy to from the MDR platform, and then our experts will just launch a ticket and to directly to the EDR to give the response. It's very quick. And the second thing is the third party. So for the third party, we already supported it. We will use the API integration to block the IP, kill the process, and quarantine the file, and this atomic operation and methods. And we will also give you recommendation and also give a report. Okay, and for this part, there is a customer portal. So because it's very small, but later I will give you a live demonstration. So customer, you can log into the customer portal to look at how many critical assets you already covered by the MDR service, and how many instances, how many threats, and how Sangfor experts deal with it, and how many already covered. Is the function that we give a direct customer portal to customer to see the whole progress. And we can also give you a regular reporting from the weekly, monthly, and if there is a compliance and checking from the regulator, and there is some periodical conversation with the boss from the CISO to talk with the boss, and we can also provide a reporting, and it's very clear, and the structure will cover the assets, instance, risk, and alerts, and other things. Okay, and the final thing I want to tell you, I want to talk with you is the third-party integration. So for third-party integration, maybe some of the customer will have a lot of different brands, but I think the other vendor, they will provide an MDR based on their own offering, because vendor is not MSP. Vendor, the major purpose is to provide the best embrace of the products to support the customer well. So, but we can also support some third party, like Fortinet, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, and WatchGuard. You know why? Because Sangfor is already stepped into Gartner Magic Quadrant for more than 10 years. So we have a lot of experience in dealing with the firewall. So currently, if the customer are using those kind of third party, we can support. But if customer are using other brand, and actually we need to case by case to evaluate, we cannot guarantee we fully support, because there will be a lot. The reality is that not a single vendor can cover all the brands in the world. So MDR will be the capability extension based on vendors offering. But I want to let you to regard Sangfor have a wide portfolio security product, and you can bundle maybe EDR with MDR, NDR with MDR, or EDR, NDR with MDR. That will be a simple suite solution to just give a customer and let the customer enjoy, because MDR cannot cover all the brands, all the instances. They will only cover with the vendors offering, and based on that, we can 100% cover. But if there's a third party, maybe the customer need a strong MSP, can deal with the multiple brands to deal with the problem. Okay, and here's the MDR third-party integration. So the core MDR will charge by the quantity of assets. For example, servers, workstations, and we will divide it into different layer of the quantity of the assets. So MDR will charge like that way. And because MDR will data-driven architecture, so we highly focus on the telemetry data. So the first layer is I suggest that if the customer want to start from the embrace the MDR, they can start from the EDR bundle with MDR. It means the EDR will have a strong capability, and the attackers will use only the penetrate the endpoint and the server to get the data, right? So EDR and MDR will be the first recommendation. And if customer have another budget, they want to cover the network, and our EDR can also add on our MDR. NDR is our SDA. So SDA is a network sensor, tap into the switches and to mirror the traffic to our SDA, and just transmit all the data to MDR platform. So that is a second layer. And the third layer will be third-party logs as a complementary data for monitored assets. Okay, that is the MDR architecture. Okay, and for the third party, I want to mention more, because there will be third party and do the data injection. So we will collect the data and to give it the visibility. So how we realize that way. So log collection will be the first thing. So like WatchGuard, like Palo Alto and Fortinet, and just transmit the data to our middleware. The top layer is our MDR, but in the middle we have a proxy service. So all the third-party vendor just transmit the data to our middleware, and we will use the RESTful API to give a response. So the proxy service will need to have a virtual machine, and the resources will be 4-core CPU and 8 GB of the RAM and 256 of the storage. And we can also support the cloud like O365, the SaaS application. Currently, we can cover the Exchange, Azure AD, SharePoint, and we can collect the O365 data to our MDR platform. So our experts will also examine the O365 security issues. Okay, and the MDR, we have different scenarios. There will be 3, break down to 3 scenarios. The first one is a continuous monitoring. As I mentioned, if you most of organization, if you embrace the MDR, you can get 24/7 coverage, and also the in-house built-in secure operation platform, and I mean the customer portal, and actually you can. It will be a very free service. It means your people will not care about too much about security issues, because vendor is there, vendor standby, and vendor cover everything based on our own offering. Okay, and the resource shortage. Resource shortage is very important, but like you don't have people and workload is too much, and you can just embrace MDR, and we can allocate the analysts from different sectors, and is a lot of experience dealing with the global market, global customer. And the third thing is insufficient knowledge. This part is horrible because the security issues happened with a new format, with just a few times, there will be change rapidly. So, but vendor will have enough knowledge to deal with the security instance. Okay, this is a battle map. I think compared to Sophos MDR, SentinelOne, and CrowdStrike, there will be commercial part will be the price, but Chinese vendor will have better price. The second thing is feature-wise. For the feature-wise, we will set the WhatsApp group, and we also have people from different verticals, and we also have the AI engine, security GPT, and all the high tech, and there will be a cost-effective way to embrace the MDR. Okay, and the final thing is about the reference. So I will share with you 2 the references. The first one is BFSI, insurance company. And insurance company, they need high tech and really fully use of the high tech. But most of the thing is that for the NDR and the EDR and those kind of products, they cannot use the fully use of it. There will be a lot of functions, but they cannot fully use of it. And if during the period, the regulator will check what happens, and do you have the capability to deal with the threats, and they will usually want to have a experts team from the outside to support them. So the insurance company, there's a Hong Kong company, and they already purchased our NDR, but I think they are not fully used of NDR. Even some network anomaly happens, they cannot examine it very well and deal with it and give a quick response. So for this part, and Sangfor, our service team just talk with the customer and to depict what is their planning in the coming years. And finally, we think 200 critical server is very important, and we suggest them to buy the EDR and plus the NDR. So there will be full-fledged the coverage, and with our MDR team, we can provide 24/7 proactive protection. So that is the case from Hong Kong, and the customer will satisfied because every week we even launch some meetings to talk with them. What is your concern? What is your feeling? And what we already do, we're already done for the customer. So the customer is very satisfied with the service team. And the second thing is a conglomerate in talent. This kind of industry is a group company, but most of the time the group is too large, and they will not IT-centric feature in the company. So they are more willing to let the vendor to take care of everything. And I have to say, Sangfor have a strong relationship with this customer. And finally, we find we need to cover the 20 critical servers, and also we will just refresh the event and the knowledge to the organization, and we will also provide 24/7 SLA, and we assign a customer manager to deal with the customer. So customer will happy with that. Customer happy with that. So that is the second user cases. So that is the slides part. Do you have any questions? The second part will be the lab demo. But before that, I want to pause for a while. So do you have some questions? I can just a quick respond. You can tap into the words, or you can also open the microphone. Okay. So if there's no other things, I will jump to the second part, live demo.
You guys have any questions in between? Please raise the hand so that Aaron can stop and answer the questions in parallelly, so that I can allow you guys. Can you raise the hand if you have some question? Silence means I feel like everything is good. You go, Aaron, you can take it forward.
Okay. Okay, so maybe some of you guys is shy, or maybe I. Okay, so if you have any questions, just leave the message in the box. So I will see it.
Aaron, I have one question. One of the slides you have mentioned, like from the investigation and the incident to the till the respond. You guys are available to support for any customers. May I know what is the time, like if for example now, there are so many adversaries available who can do the attack within 10 minutes at the customer end. Okay, they only just require 10 minutes to do any kind of an attack. So in that scenario, how fast your team can be detect as those kind of an attack and respond to the customer?
Actually, it depends on the instance severity, and because different instances have different complexity. For example, if there is a because when we analyze the instance, we will have different priority. So for the normal case, I think it's just a vulnerability to be exploited. We think it's a normal one, so we will directly to solve with it, and it will be no time gaps, because we find it, we will resolve it. In this case, only one thing we need to talk with the customer is the IP, is the business IP, and this is very important. We cannot block it immediately, so we will talk with the customer, let customer to migrate their business to another IP, or talk with the customer to find a suitable solution. But for the normal priority, we can deal with it immediately. But for the ransomware, that is something I want to talk with you, because most of the time, if without MDR, you will be launch an IR service from the vendor, instant response, right? So, but with MDR, actually, we already covered the IR. So you can regard MDR team will monitor it. So in this case, I think when we find it and there is a instance, we will cover it. So from the time, we will try to locate it with a very quick time. But you said you want to ask how long? I think it depends. For example, just 1 second, 5 seconds, because for the normal case, it will be easy. But for complicated, maybe they involve other from the network entry and to the website and to the server farm. And if you already have our XDR, it will be very quick, because we have the cyber kill chain, and we also have a digital forensic. But if you just use the EDR and the NDR dedicatedly, and our people will stitch it, and maybe it's need, I think, minutes to hours, but it will be within 2 hours, I think.
Okay, within 2 hours. So in that time of period, means that attack will happen successfully, right? If I'm not wrong.
So yeah. What I want to say is that it all depends on the customer expectation. For example, customer wanted the SLA should be 10 minutes. If in this case, we will talk about a 10-minute solution, so SDR may be a prefer. But if customer said just 4 hours and your people need to be here to remote launch or whatever, you need to deal with the 4 hours. So I think EDR and NDR is enough. So it all depends on customer expectation.
Okay, one more question regarding this architecture of Sangfor. For example, customer is going with the XDR and EDR, okay, and he don't want to put any NDR, whether it is your solution or any third-party solution. Is it possible that all the network logs, which is because if we are doing integration of your firewall or any firewall, so is it possible that all the logs can be detected and correlate on your XDR platform and take an action if an incident is happening?
Yeah, because MDR, there will be complicated to say, but I think the logic will from the technology, not from the service part. So we need to have plenty technology to cover. So our service team will get the visibility to deal with that. So in my suggestion, I think there will be a lot of third-party logs, and our XDR will have a data lake. So it means maybe customer are using EDR, customer are using third-party, customer are using some other brands, maybe the firewall, maybe some other things, and third-party logs. I will suggest the XDR, and inside the XDR, there will be a data lake. So we can get the data injection from third-party and from firewall, from Sangfor our own brand. So data injection, we can collect everything. And after we collect, we will correlate it with our XDR engine. So we can give the full visibility with our data correlation. So that is XDR logic. And based on that, if your people think the XDR is very hard to manage and I want to do the automation and response, so MDR people will on top of the XDR to give the response.
Okay, my question was not for the MDR. I was asking if customer is going with the MDR or XDR, do he has to go with the NDR also, network detection and response to place on on his network?
So you're talking about the NDR. Is there needed NDR, right?
Yes. Yeah.
NDR because Sangfor is started from the network security because we released the next generation firewall. So from our perspective, I think EDR will be priorities high compared to the network because the network is a channel, but the endpoint is the ultimate goal. The attacker will focus. So I think NDR, if the customer have budget, I suggest the customer embrace the NDR. You know why? Because there's a lot to from this endpoint jump to another endpoint from different network segmentation. But without NDR, you even don't know the network anomaly and the malicious protocol like HTTP and some other things. So network and the endpoint plus together will be the 100 coverage. But only endpoint, I think it's enough. It's also very advanced, but it's not enough.
But if we are doing an integration, like I mean, you all the XDR are capable to do the integration of the firewalls, right? If we are doing an integration of the firewalls and all the logs are pulling out from the firewall, then what is the need of having an NDR on the network?
So the difference between the NDR and the firewall will be like this. I gave you 3 points. The first thing is a firewall can provide the protection capability, but need based on their location. For example, outside the perimeter and the inside the server farm perimeter. But there will be a perimeter technology to examine the traffic. But I think there will be a lot of shadow IT. I mean the zombie IT and assets. Maybe you even don't know, oh, there is a laptop inside. Firewall will not know because firewall will not examine the connection. And the NDR, because the zombie IT, they will launch the connection to the outside. NDR will capture the out traffic. They will cover all the traffic through by. So no matter your location, because we just tap into the core switches and all the traffic will go through the core switch. So there will be no hidden corner. That's the first thing. The second thing is a network anomaly, need a network performance and all the algorithms. Firewall cannot do the network anomaly. So there will be a lot of complicated connection rhythms and the timeline and other things. So we can provide the first thing is a hidden corner. We can, based on the traffic, to analyze it, and the firewall cannot do. The second thing is east to west attack, and the firewall cannot do, because there is a in LAN. It's not inside the LAN or across the LAN, but not across the firewall. So firewall not know, but our NDR will know. And the third thing is about the network anomaly. So NDR will have a realistic thing to deal with the separating, the various separating from the network channel inside. But a firewall cannot do that because the location limitation.
But all the locations, like, customer have a multiple locations, like head office and branch location, multiple branch locations. So all the locations firewall can be integrated with your XDR. And at the endpoint, if there is an EDR, so those EDR can be, log can be pulled from the EDR to the XDR, right? So
Yeah.
see, I'm asking this question because so many questions from the customer, and I have received, like, if we are going with the MDR or XDR, then what is the need of having an NDR on the network? If customer has an EDR which is sending all the logs to the XDR, or my email security is sending logs to the XDR, and my firewall also sending logs to the XDR, then what is the need of having an NDR on my network?
I can give you a simple answer. So firewall will deal with the north to west, north to south, but NDR will not only north to south, but also east to west. So at a point, maybe they can handle some, but at a point, will not handle the connection.
Okay. Okay, Arun. Thank you for my answering my question.
Yes,
this we will
sure,
take one to one. Okay, because there are a lot
Yeah,
of questions. I cannot ask you on this session. We have a limited
yeah,
time,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I have
I
to
think
move on to other
it's
locations.
it's an informative talking. So maybe after the meeting, we can have a
Yeah,
one-on-one
definitely.
talk. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Your questions. Okay, so let's go back to the Sangfor CyberGuardian platform. Okay, our MDR, the brand name is a CyberGuardian. So you will see there's our customer portal. So customer log into, they will get a lot of information. For example, security rating, manage the assets, 24/7 expert support, and there's a experts. They are fixing the instance and fixing the threats, and there's operating status and results, and they are doing this continuous operation and the monitoring. And they already covered the assets 55. Okay, and here's the risk. And the risk, we will break down different angles. The first angle is assets. So there's a server host, critical, high, low. There's a assets criticality, and the service tab. And because different customer will purchase different SLA, so we can provide the working hours or 24/7. But most of the time, we will provide 24/7 and life cycle management, and we will do the asset management, asset discovery, and asset change detection, asset identification to fulfill the assets inventory. And there's a latest instance. So all the instances already detected, we will list them here. And if you just click in, and you will direct to another page. And we will not showcase a lot of instant details because it's so technical. So service will highlight what process we are doing, and there's an expert already review and fixing it. Now it's fixing. And you can view the very easy details. It's not a very there's no a lot of context, but there's a easy details for you to refer. So like there's a virus, and there's source address, destination address, and first tested, and there's IOC, and there's a progress and timeline we are doing. But it's our service process. It's not a threat hunting or threat investigation. It's not in that depth. Okay, And the risk. For the risk, we break down in 3 angles: instance, threats, weaknesses. For the instance, we will filter a lot of different things like time, severity, and service type and fixed status. And you can see very easily there's a server 15 and there's a host 8, and there will be 27 the instance. And what is the current security status quo? Actually, 26 is already fixed. It's during the fixing, and the 1 is fixed. And there's a critical, non-critical, and there's a top 5 types of the instance, like vulnerability, malicious, and file download, web shell, and successful remote code execution, and bootnet. All the protected servers is listed in here. Just click one, and you will find there will be 2 we need to, our experts need to deal with. The second thing is threats. Okay, threats is the same way, but compared with the instance, threats will be under attacking. It's not already attacked, so threats will be under attacking. We are finding it in the once. So there's a code injection. Code injection is not means the host is already suffered, but there will be high possibility to be suffered. So we will also show in here. And the weakness. Weakness password, because there's no weakness password happened, because all the things will be follow the password principle, password protection principle. Okay, and here's the assets. So we from the risk to assets. So in assets you will find that there's a lot of servers and the 24/7 coverage, and the criticality is low, high, and there's assets owner, assets tab, operating system. If you just tap into, you will find more inventory information, software, hardware, and the basic information. And there's a service. Because as a service, service is also a project, right? So we will do the initiation files. There will be narrow the scope. There will be talk with the customer about what is scope, protection scope we want to cover. And there's a preparation, and according to the customer requirement. And there's operations. Security report we will upload every week. So if customer want to get the report, they can just download it. Actually, we will also send email. And there's a closure, acceptance files. So there's a service deliverables to the customer. And there's the sightings. The sighting will be the it just connect with our own components, native components of third parties. So Sangfor EDR and our NDR and also firewall. So there's we already connected to this customer portal, and there's an application connection. So we support Microsoft 365. So there's some application connection to our MDR platform. So that is all the structure in customer portal. So based on that, it will be very easy to let the customer know how many things the vendor is doing. Let me just download reports so you will get a clear idea what we can provide. Okay. I will open it. There's a company and Sangfor Cyber Guardian monthly report. So you just see there's a table of contents from the identification to the preventing and the detect and response and the appendix. So in identification, you will find you will find there's asset risk summary, threat category, and summary of threats already identified. And the second thing is prevent, like ransomware, threat intelligence updates, threat hunting, and policy checking. And after the prevent, actually, when something happens, we also have a detect technology like threat investigation, system vulnerability, response. So for the response, we will just do the classification and dispose of the event accordingly. So that is our security reports for the customer. Okay, So that's all the content that I want to share with you. So is there some questions? And we can have an open talk. There's a Q. I think it can be the Q&A session. Is there some questions? You can just throw it or just type the words into the box. Okay. If no other issues, I think the training will be ended today. So, hello, Jisha.
Aaron. Yeah, Aaron, tell me.
Yeah, it's already finished about the training session. So it's Q&A.
Fine.
The Q&A part. Yeah.
Fine. So it's an actually, if I'm still waiting if there is any further question which is happening or any other documentation. Anyway, in fact, I'll send you the data sheets or the necessary documents to every one of you who already attended the session or who already registered the session. So apart from that, if there is any queries or any questions, if you want to clear it now, please go ahead, raise your hands. I can allow you to talk. And next time onwards, okay, I'll not keep this like a mute option with me. So I'll allow everyone to talk anytime. So only Akmal raised the hand. So I allow Akmal to talk. So that's the reason you got a lot of questions from him. So apart from that, anyone who feels like, oh, you need to ask X or Y question, please open up. I can allow you to talk.
Okay.
Or just type in the Q&A. That's also okay for me. Okay, parallelly, Junaid, do you want to add anything more on top of this, your view or anything? Junaid?
I think Junaid is...
Okay. No,
Yeah.
because I was mute, so I couldn't speak.
Yeah,
So-
sorry. Actually, I have given permission to you before as a organizer, but you didn't allow it, so it got expired.
Yeah, exactly.
Permission.
Yeah, exactly. Because yeah, I was listening. So I think it was quite a very detailed presentation from Aaron, and I will only add that if any specific person wants to reach us, maybe Aaron and Jisha, you can share your contacts, and we can have a very dedicated session for each organization, for any partner, on a training session and maybe a demo session. And if you are going to meet your customer, or we can accompany you to meet your customer, and if you yourself is a customer and you are looking for this kind of services, we are available for any kind of support. I think our MDR value, and we were like discussing just before the webinar. Me and Aaron had a discussion on MDR from different vendors, and I think there are many added value that Aaron has already explained, and the support that we are providing, especially the third-party integration, that is very unique kind of service that we can offer. So I think it is something that the customers and partners should look more into detail, and we can always provide more details whenever required.
One last question, to you, Aaron and Junaid.
Yes.
Other XDR platform which is available, in this market, which is very well competition of Sangfor. They provide XDR solution, but there is some limitation on their XDR, which kind of a licensing thing. To integrate with FortiGate firewall or Mimecast or any third-party application, they need some kind of a licensing part, like kind of a in terms of credit. You need some kind of credit to integrate to the firewall, and on that, from that firewall they kind of pull some kbps or mbps of logs to the xdr. Is that limitation to your xdr as well, or you are open to integrate with any firewall, with any email security, with any edr without any kind of a license? We have to pitch customer to go with the pro platform Sangfor xdr and edr, and that's it.
Okay, so there's I think it's not an MDR issue, it's an XDR issue, right? XDR question.
Yes, xdr question.
Okay, so can I show you a picture? So I think it's very clear for two questions. Just give me a second. Can you see this page?
I can only see the reference case image, which is from Thailand, I think so. Thailand customer.
No, Aaron.
Can you see the XDR architecture of this page?
No, we can't see anything, Aaron.
Okay, so let me just share the screen. Okay. Can you see this one? XDR complete architecture.
Something is coming. Yeah.
Yes, now we can see.
We can.
Yeah, now
You can see the XDR, right?
Yes,
XDR.
yes.
Okay, so for XDR solution, actually we will provide three parts. The first part will be the data injection. So just you mentioned how many vendors data we support. So there will be two parts. I think when we talk about secure operation, there will be three parts. The first part is how we get the data, and the second part is how we do the data correlation, and the third part is how we do the response. So I just tell you the first part. The first part will be third-party data and Sangfor data. So Sangfor data is no need to say, because we can just direct it to inject to our data lake, XDR. The second part is third-party. So third-party, we have no limitation. Currently, we already support 100 and more the vendor resources. But if there's, before the project's ongoing, I suggest you can list a bunch of the vendor name. So I will search from our backend database, so we will know whether we support data injection or not. But it's not a difficult thing for us. And the second thing will be correlation. No need to say. And the third part is response. So response, we can support our firewall and the EDR, and we can also support the third party. The third party, we can support more than 100, like Palo Alto, Sophos, 49, Symantec, Huawei, and Bitdefender, and many more vendors. Even we don't support the response, if you can provide the API documentation, we can just use 1 day to integrate with third party, 1 day for one brand. So it's not an issue for us. So that is a Sangfor XDR architecture.
Aaron, my question was not related to the integration of the solution, third-party solution. My question was, do you need? I mean, do we require a license to integrate third-party solution like FortiGate? If I want to integrate FortiGate firewall or Symantec, endpoint or Sophos firewall with your XDR, do we need to buy a separate license apart from your platform?
No, just one license for all. We have a license. It's called no matter no limitation for the brands, no limitation for the quantity. So we have the license, and the license is not expensive. So no, I mean, you are using the Fortinet, you are using CrowdStrike, you are using a third party. Maybe we don't support, but you buy the license, just one license, and the license will describe no limitation for the brands, no limitation for the integration. So just the one, and
so that license is the third-party integration license. Am I right? The third-party integration license, and that license will cover all the third parties.
Yeah, with no limitation. Because some vendors they will charge by vendors, but we will charge not by vendors.
That is why I was asking, because there's one vendor which is mentioned on your presentation on this screen as well, on this presentation sheet as well, who charges based on the the brands. Like if you want to do the integration with the Mimecast or Darktrace, they need a separate license, or we need to buy a separate license to integrate.
We are not designed like that way, because we know there's a lot of things we need to engage in customer side.
Yeah, I mean this is one of the I would say a plus point for Sangfor XDR to go to the market.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
the purpose
thank you.
of the license is,
No,
the purpose of the license is, if you're like completely a Sangfor portfolio, you don't need a license. But and if you have a portfolio that is multi-vendor, just to get this one license, and you can have all your multi vendors integrated into MDR.
Yeah. So I can give you the. There's a BOQ. Can you see the page of BOQ?
And not yet, Aaron.
no,
So
Aaron.
let me share again, because this is not a very smooth. I shared it in entire screen. What's wrong with it? So let me share again. So you can see the BOQ, right?
Something is coming, Aaron.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Now we can see.
So
Just
there's
zoom,
a BOQ
just zoom.
for XDR. Yeah, BOQ for XDR. So
Just zoom it. Zoom it, I think.
there is an integration with third-party SOAR.
Can you little bit zoom in so we can see clearly, because it is not visible to us properly.
I'm zooming it.
Just enable the slideshow, so it will become, No, just enable the slideshow. Yeah, maybe it's okay. Yeah, it's good.
It's okay now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so you can see Omni Command is our brand name of XDR. XDR integrate with third-party SOAR capabilities. SOAR capability integration with third-party. Loan limitation for brand and quantity, 1 year.
And what is the timeline to get launch your MDR and XDR service in the UAE region?
Timeline, you mean how long we just finish a project, right?
It's like the launch of the service itself, or is the onboarding of a customer?
No. Launch of the service of your XDR and MDR in the UAE.
I think currently, if we have a customer, we can do the XDR, MDR immediately, because XDR can support on-premise. XDR can also support the SaaS offering, but data center is not in UAE. But all the things will be open to customer now. If customer is commercial part, and actually we already can provide XDR, MDR.
Okay.
So there is no limitation. But after Q1, it's already 6th of March. After end of March, we will have a local data center to launch all the SaaS offering, like SaaS XDR, SaaS EDR, SaaS SASE, and SaaS MDR. Actually, all the business you can already dig in the market, because it's very soon.
Okay. Any more question or?
No question from mine so far.
Other audience, because no one is asking questions, only Akmal, I think. Rest of the guys, where are you? Ask something about MDR.
Yeah. I think just bring some opportunity, and Sangfor will cover.
I'm not getting any chat also in Q&A. Okay, so there is a question. Security analyst resided in the UAE.
Yeah, we will have security analyst. The security experts is a pool in global market. So most of the security analysts will in Malaysia, but we will have 1 or 2 in UAE and this year. But next year will be how Lotto. data center will be in here, so it's not an issue.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't matter where your security experts are, based, because it is a 24/7 service, and the security experts will definitely not visit the site. They will provide the remote support. They will provide everything online. So as Aaron explained, that is a pool of experts. So or some of our experts or high experts, or people who are very, very senior, they're based out of Malaysia or China, and we can always engage those resources to provide the support. But as soon as the data center is launched,
Yeah, Chainika, you can talk.
Yeah.
Hi, Jisha. So, Aaron,
Okay.
my question is, how much is the log retention in this EDR and MDR?
Yes.
MDR don't have a log retention, and but XDR will have a log retention. MDR, XDR, MDR don't have a log retention.
Yeah,
XDR,
EDR must have, right? For MDR services, sometimes we require the longer log retentions.
no, we don't have a log retention. No need.
Okay.
Because MDR is based on the product logic, so product will provide the data retention, log retention. It's not a
Sangfor
service.
has an EDR, right? So, how much log
We have
retention
EDR.
is there? Okay, all right.
Yeah. EDR, we also don't charge the log retention. The data will reside in the operating system.
Okay, understood.
For the XDR will have log retention, but I think it depends on how many components you want to connect to the XDR. And we suggest is for 1 year will be 4 gigabyte, and 12 pieces will cover the 1 year, each year. That is the recommendation. And for the SaaS XDR, and actually you can expand on the cloud. So every 90 days we will provide you every 90 days. If you want the data retention about 1 year, you can buy 4 of 90 days as a single unit.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Chainika. There is a question from Kandab. Can you, Arun, can you look into it in the Q&A?
Yeah.
So L1 BDP here, and L2 and L3 is outside.
Yeah. L1 will be here definitely. L2, L3 will also be here. So it's not depends on the L1, L2, L3. It's all we have experts. The experts will be very skilled, so they can cover the L1, L2, L3. But in case the people is not enough, so we'll have more, and we will allocate to the global experts pool.
Okay. Kandab, you can talk. Your mic is.
Fair enough.
Okay.
For more questions.
Jisha, I have one question. In the
Yes.
BOQ, the security analysis charge is already included in that BOQ or in the platform, or we need to separate? And it should be a share resources or dedicated?
Our MDR BOQ don't involve. Actually, I share with MDR BOQ. We are not breakdown into person. It's already included.
Okay, got it.
So here's the MDR license. They will have 3 parts: Cyber Guardian, professional service, onboarding. Onboarding means we will allocate customer manager and project manager, and to talk with the service scope with the customer and launch several meetings to align the goal. And also the data set connected to our MDR. That's the first part. The second part is MDR offering. So now we have a promotion. It's MDR bundle with endpoint secure. And we can cover the server and the non-server. So in the MDR offering, there will be a lot of contents like 24/7 coverage, direct response, access discovery, and the cyber guarding customer portal, weekly, monthly report, and endpoint secure agent and the manager. And the third part is about third-party integration. It's clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, reach out to Junaid and me and Fisha.
One second, Aaron, one second. We do have a question. I'm just, yeah, you can go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, you can talk now.
Okay, hi. Finn, I have a question. Like, see, we are, as you know, we are doing MDR services for government customers. So when we started, like after a few months, customer was requesting for a desk certification. Okay. So while doing MDR or SOC services for any customers in Dubai, especially for government.
Your voice is so low. Can you speak a little loud?
I don't know what happened. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, better.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I was loud actually. Okay, so what I was trying to say is like, as you guys know, we do MDR services for government entities here, and they were requesting for the desk certification for any government organization. If you want to serve as a SOC services or MDR, you need to be desk certified. And recently, when we were talking to the consultants, they were saying it's not the partner who is giving the service; it is the OEM who is actually giving the solution who have to be desk certified. Since the product will come from Sangfor as an MDR and services may be provided by, for example, Calculus, still Sangfor has to be certified for desk especially in Dubai. So any idea you have started this? Because any offering you're going forward without that, of course, that will take another 1 year of 1 year to get the certification also. But just want to check with you, because anywhere we go now, they will ask about desk now.
We will definitely. So, sir, maybe later you can give me your contact. Okay. So I will talk with our region manager to talk about this. And definitely we need to get it certified because we also focus on the government sector.
Okay, great.
But I want to we do. So it's only the government we need certified or other sector?
This is currently they are only requesting for government entities when you serve for government, but later I feel it will come for banks and any other institutes, financial institutes or other enterprise customers also.
Yeah, we request for more context. So if there's a chance to face-to-face talk, it will be better. So you are in Dubai, right?
Yeah, I'm in Dubai. We are,
okay.
I think, meeting next week, I think, right? I think we.
Yeah, that's good. So even you can. Yeah, even you can also, we can also discuss in your office or in Sangfor office.
Yeah. In our office, I think, no problem.
That's good.
Thank you, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Okay, any more questions?
All good. So just a last round. Whether anyone have any questions, please raise the hand or type it in the chat, and we'll wait for 2 more minutes.
One last question. Hope
yes,
you can hear me now. Sorry, I joined very late because I was in a customer call.
No worries.
One question is like, I heard from Finn last meeting that they are going to have this MDR set up in UAE. So when is the timeline you will be having this complete platform available in UAE itself?
End of the March.
End of March. Yeah, we are almost there. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's it from my side. Thank you very much. Bye.
Anyone? Seems everything sorted. Oh, I can't see any further new chats. I can't see any further hand raise also. Aaron, yeah, I believe we have finished. Or
Yeah.
Anyway, in fact, I'll send you the data sheets or the necessary documents with you, everyone. So definitely over the email we can start. Anyway, all the people who join the webinar, I know them personally, or somehow we are connected for one or the other thing. So it's like a known network only. So anytime you guys can reach me, or I can put my email ID here, and apart from that, I can send you the the data sheet and details immediately after this.
Okay, so Tisha, thank you for arranging the meeting. So after you send the attendee list, so next week maybe we can have some talk about some plan and some for sales, and maybe your sales. We can set a plan.
Definitely, Aaron.
Yeah. Thank you.
I dropped my email ID here. If those who don't have my email ID,
I have you. So you will share the material, right? So I need to share you again, right? The material MDR.
Okay, fine. No worries. Yeah. Seems like everything is good. Yeah.
So later you will send the material to all the partner.
Yes. Immediately
do you have
after
the material?
Yeah, I'll take and I'll share with them now.
Okay. Thank you. So anything you are not clear?
After this.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you so much, guys, for waiting till the end of the webinar. Like, the attendance is almost full from starting till end. Thank you so much for joining the webinar. I'll share you the relevant artifacts to you as soon as possible today itself. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tisha. Thank you, Aaron and Junaid bhai, to answering our questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you so much for this information.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.